Hi, I'm Manuela, the Wild Illustrator. This space is where I share my art, my quiet rituals, and the gentle stories behind each painting. Here we slow down. We paint with intention, not just to create beauty, but to listen, to reconnect, to breathe. The full step-by-step process of this painting, the materials, the pigments, and every layer of gold and shadow is available on my Patreon, where I share more of these creative rituals. Today, I want to tell you about a silence that changed me. There are silences that arrive without warning, the kind that pull you in, heavy, isolating, endless. Golden silence was born inside one of them. After loss, the world feels suspended. Time slows, sounds fade, and what's left is this vast, hollow quiet. At first, I tried to escape it, but silence doesn't like to be ignored. It follows you until you finally sit down and face it. I sat with it and I waited. And little by little, that silence began to speak. In many shamanic traditions, silence is not emptiness. It is a doorway, a place where the soul whispers truths we can't hear when life is too loud. Shamans say that healing begins when we stop running and listen, not with the ears, but with the heart. As I painted, I began to understand that silence isn't here to punish us. It comes to hold us still, long enough to notice the small lights still flickering inside. So, this piece became my small ritual, a way to sit inside that golden quiet, to let it guide my hands, and slowly to let it guide me home. The silence that once felt cruel began to shimmer. It turned golden, gentle, alive. Gold, in many spiritual paths, is the color of healing. It connects earth and spirit, grief and grace. The darker tones, deep indigos, soft blues, become the space for rest, for shadow, for remembering. Light and dark don't fight here, they hold each other. And as I painted, I realized healing isn't about escaping the dark. It's about letting light and darkness share the same breath. In shamanic wisdom, everything moves in cycles. Death and rebirth, day and night, silence and sound. Nothing lasts forever, not even the heaviest silence. The moon wanes and returns. Light fades and blooms again. Healing follows the same rhythm. This painting became my moon, growing brighter, layer after layer, as I learned to trust the return of light. Sometimes the golden strokes felt like teeny prayers, saying, "You are still here, and that's enough." With every brushstroke, silence transformed. It stopped being an emptiness and became a teacher. It showed me that stillness is sacred, that healing takes time, and time itself is a kind of love. Golden silence isn't just a painting, it's a memory of that return to life, quiet and slow. as this piece comes to life, I feel a soft calm returning. The silence has changed shape. It's golden now, warm, forgiving. If you'd like to see how I created this painting, every layer, pigment and gentle step, you'll find the full video on my Patreon, where I share my creative rituals in depth. And if this moment of quiet has spoken to you, you can subscribe here. We'll keep walking through light, shadow, and all the colors in between.